I hate when I'm watching Pop the Balloon and I see these women in these flower cheap dresses that they be putting on with the big flowers
like
on
a
them.
bodycon?
No, not bodycon. They're just the sheer with the flower decoration. I
know
hate
what you're talking
those.
about.
Those are the
I know what you're
worst
talking
looking things. I hate them.
Like mesh. They're like mesh.
Yeah. Pop the Balloon got some of the worst dressed people I've ever seen in my life. Men and women. They are terrible. The men probably the worst, but the women are bad too. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. It is bad. They're terrible out there for sure. You may want to take notes and write this down.
I like that.
I like that too. That was kind of fire.
Mm-hmm. That's fire.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Write This Down. It's a bi-weekly podcast. We're two culturally savvy millennials. That's us, me and Marques. We unpack the world around us. We do that one hot take at a time. So we explore moments that deserve your attention, from trending topics to fashion to music to food and pretty much everything lifestyle. So you may want to grab a pen and paper, take some notes, and write this down. We like to start our episodes off with our grumpy old man of the show, Marques here. He likes to talk about what has annoyed him this week, and I like to laugh at the things that he talks about. So before we jump into today's topic, Marques, what has annoyed you this week? Do tell.
Well, this week, I feel like this is a common hate for most people. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Speakerphones in public. Speakerphones in public. I don't understand it. We have so many headphone choices among us this time in 2025. Why are you loud on a speakerphone in public? It's annoying. It's super annoying. I was in the airport last week, and this dude is waiting for the flight, and he's on FaceTime loud with no headphones this whole time. And I'm just looking at him like, bro, nobody wants to hear this conversation. So, like, why are y'all doing this? What's the reason? Please tell me the reason. I don't get it. So
that is one of my pettiest
in public. I hate it.
Was he of a particular age?
I've seen this in all ages, races, backgrounds. I've seen it so much.
For me, it's always older women. It doesn't matter the race, though. They can be white, Mexican, black, whatever. Somebody's mama is on the speakerphone, and I can't say that. I'm compelled to like keep my eye rolls to myself.
Yeah.
You know, because
I try to throw hints out there. Like I try to cough, like like you don't see people around you, fool. So yeah, I don't like that. Now they're older. Sometimes I grant them grace if they're an older woman, especially because technology sometimes, is difficult for some people. But if you young and you look able-bodied, there's no reason for you to have a speakerphone. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it.
A caveat to that is, if you got some beef going on and it's juicy, you can go ahead and fire that speakerphone up. You take them AirPods out your ear, because I don't want to hear one side of the argument. I want to hear both sides. Go and put that on speaker.
Yeah, no, I feel you. So yeah, that's what I hate this week. That's what's annoying me this week. I hate it. In the grocery store, in the airport, people, get a grip. Like, put the headphones on. I appreciate it.
You heard it here. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to talk about fall fashion. We've done an episode before about fashion when we were ushering into the summer season. So we'll do this with the season change. This time, we're going to talk about fall fashion. We're going to talk everything from our recent pickups, so what we've been purchasing, some things that are on our wish list, or we eventually plan on buying. We're going to talk fashion news, because the news has been newsy. And then we're going to talk about like different collaborations, or maybe like drops and stuff that we're excited about as well. So we'll start off, Marques, I think, with just talking about fall fashion in general. The people say that fall is when the dressers start dressing. They say that's when the people who really know how to put that shit on be putting that shit on, right? Yep. What do you think about that? Because I have a different opinion of it. Like, I agree, but I think that people that dress all across the board. Now, I will say I do consider myself pretty stylish, but in the warmer months, I can't. It be too hot, so I don't put forth a lot of effort.
Right.
Like, get dressed. But I also think when it's cooler outside, it's easier for people to like camouflage their inability to like dress, or because you can just put on a good coat. If you have on a good coat, that's the outfit. Right. So that's not a lot of effort. So I agree, but to a certain extent.
No, yeah. It's my favorite time of the year. So for me, I'm a little bit biased, and I feel like I'm big on layering. So more than just a coat for me. So it's all about layering. I feel like you can do more in the fall and winter, obviously, because you have more pieces. So I feel like the creativity is you have more outlets to be creative in the fall and winter. And it just shows me the totality of your style.
That part I do agree
Yeah.
with, because layering is an art.
Yeah.
It's an art.
Yeah.
That part I agree with. But also, like I said, if you're somewhere in Chicago, sometimes the coat is the outfit.
No, for sure.
If you have a good coat, that's the outfit. So I'm like, what's under that coat though?
Yeah. And that's when you get the reveal. Like, are you gonna, if you're out and about in a coat and it's super freezing, that's different than, and that's mostly winter time for the most of the country. But in the fall, I feel like it shines the most when you can just do different things and play with different textures and different colors and also layering.
So what's your favorite? What's your favorite piece? I love a good cashmere or mohair sweater. Those are what I'm like. I literally was pulling them down today. I'm like, it's chilly, but Angela, it's not that chilly.
No, not yet.
Right now. You can't put that on right now. I have this acne mohair sweater. I pulled it out yesterday because my homegirl had a surprise birthday party. It was outside. It's a little chilly in Chicago. I said, nah, I ain't gonna go in there with this on. They're gonna be like, He'll be like, why you in here with this?
It ain't that cold. You couldn't wait to wear that. That's what they're gonna say.
I'm ready.
Yeah. For me, I don't know if I have a favorite. It always changes. It changes often.
So what about fabric?
I'm partial to cashmere. Like I like cashmere hoodies. There's one cashmere hoodie I had for like over a decade. I believe it's Ralph Lauren. But I had it for a long time. So I do like those, but you have to find those because they're super expensive. So you have to find them on sale for me. I'm not paying full price for a cashmere hoodie. But I do love cashmere for sure. That's a good one. What else? I don't know. I don't know what other fabrics, but for me, it changes often. It's off what I see. And I like a good sweater, but it's hard, if I'm down here, like sweaters. I didn't wear sweaters that much at all last year because it wasn't that cold in Atlanta, but it just depends. Yeah.
So what have you recently picked up? I know you got some from Martine Rose because I saw it on your story, and then I said, "Was it Martine Rose?"
No, it was Wells Bonner.
It was Wells Bonner.
Yeah, I got like this denim slash this bomber from Wells Bonner. It's like a denim bomber that I was looking at for a few months, so I got it. So
One thing I love is a man I feel like bombers are so classic for men.
Yeah, jackets are so important for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Men should have bombers. Okay, so what else have you picked up? You got?
I got some. I got that. I got a couple of tops from Amy Leon Dore.
Okay.
And I haven't gone crazy yet. I got another jacket from Jacques Mousse, but that's about it for now. Yeah.
Those 3 high class pieces.
But it's when I got them though. I got some good deals on them before the tariffs hit.
I like the deal. I think I said this in our summer episode that I have been really into like secondhand shopping because I'm trying to collect pieces from brands specifically that I really like.
Right.
So I've been like hounding the Real Vestiaire Collective. I still haven't gotten my footing on eBay. I know some people that are like really good on eBay, but I'm trying to get like Parenza Schooler is a brand that I really love.
What's it called?
Parenza Schooler.
Oh, okay.
They have moved, it's been a lot of fashion. Where did they move to? Gosh. Maybe I'll send some notes and we can put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But the brothers that own Parenza Schooler has moved to one of the big fashion houses. And then the girl, and I can't remember her name, and I feel so bad because she's Black and Jamaican, from Diatima, which is another brand that I really like. It's a Black-owned brand. She's moved over to Parenza Schooler. So I was like, oh. So I really love that brand. So I've been like shopping a bunch of their stuff on secondhand sites. So I grabbed a dress, a wool dress. And then I just got this pair of Saint Laurent boots, like brand new for like $400 on the secondhand market. They're like
you said when you say secondhand market, which particular one for the Saint Laurent?
The Real. So Real is my girl. She hasn't done me wrong. People have horror stories, but they have them about all the sorts. Like I love satire, I love essence, I love all these sorts of people are like, I had such a bad experience. I'm like, I listen, I'm not going to like negate your experience.
Mm.
I have not. Do not put that on me. Thank you. So the Real is like my favorite one right now because it's for me the easiest to navigate and like investigate the pieces. Like I can get up in there.
Yeah.
Like real
No,
good.
I feel you. Yeah.
Real good.
So as far as so what are your future pickups? Like you plan to pick up this?
So I do this thing where I have like a running wish list. It's not like specific brand items. It's like things that I need in my wardrobe. And then I'll just save a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different brands. So one thing I need is a really good wool coat.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
That's
Like
on
I
my
have
list.
like long
Like a long
coats.
one?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not wool. Those are just fashion coats. I need a wool coat to keep me
Oh
warm.
yeah.
I can wear like out in the evenings because you can't have a puffer going to dinner.
No.
So like
No, you can't.
so I need, but they're so
Yeah,
expensive.
super expensive.
So
Yeah.
it'll probably be like the holiday time when I grab one because they'll be on sale, or I may be able to find one secondhand. I also want another leather jacket, like an oversized black leather jacket. I have like
Yeah.
a
You
cropped
copying my list?
fitted. You said what?
So you copying my list? Go ahead.
Oh yes, now we got the same list. I need a oversized leather jacket and then a cropped in black and then a
Mhm.
cropped brown. So I have an oversized brown and a cropped black. So I need a cropped brown and an oversized black leather jacket,
Okay.
which I am very particular about leather jackets. So
Yeah.
it takes me forever to buy a leather jacket because it
Yeah.
gotta be
It's
the
tough. It's
right
tough.
fit.
And you want to be able to get the most out of it.
And you want to be able to get the most out. I'm a leather jacket warrior. I wear mine out. So I need it to be good quality. And I literally had my eye on a golden goose one and then I lost it on the real. You got to move real fast.
Yeah.
So that's really my two things. And I would like a pair of like moto boots. I have a pair from Prada, like in mind,
Hmm.
but it's a lot of dollars. I'm like, oh, I gotta sleep on that.
Yeah. No.
I,
Uh,
I I need a couple brand deals.
yeah. For
Um,
me, no, I feel you. For me, it's definitely a full length wool kind of coat. For sure. I'm looking for one of those. Also, I have a moto style leather jacket that I love that I've been wearing for years, but I want a different style of leather jacket this time. I don't know which one. Maybe a bomber leather, or maybe I don't know if I want a crop leather. I think I maybe want a bomber or something more full, or a different style. Maybe a longer leather coat or jacket.
period.
So I'm looking for for those two. And as far as like boots are concerned, I feel like I need a new pair of like boots, like maybe black boots. Cause I wear Timbs on the casual, but something like I can dress up and down. As far as boot wise, I feel like I need to pick up one of those, and also a cashmere beanie. That's on my list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a Laura Piana or something.
Yeah.
I love a good Laura Piana beanie on a man. So you're referring to like dress up boots because I feel like men
No,
don't.
see, I don't necessarily. I want them to be able to dress up, but I don't want
Okay.
to. I don't want strictly dress up boots
So
because
no
I don't
brunch
dress up
boots.
that often enough for me to just to spend that money on dress up boots.
No brunch boots.
But I have Chelsea dress boots. I do
Which
have.
are different than brunch boots. I
Yes,
think that's important to know, right? Like
yes.
we make fun of like dudes in brunch boots, but no, Chelsea boots are actually really good boots for me when you have a good pair.
And
They only become brunch boots when y'all go get them cheap ones from H&M
yeah,
that's faux suede and they
right.
be all bent up. That's a
Yeah,
brunch. But
yeah.
a
I
good
only
leather Chelsea?
yeah. The only the dress up Chelsea boots I have, I just wear with suits or like if I'm like like dressing up. Pretty much, I don't wear them with jeans or anything like that.
Okay.
So it got to
So
be
when you
dress.
say not a Chelsea boot dress up, but like a boot that you could wear
Yeah, like a
casually.
nice black. Like I had this Valentino boot I found last year, but they sold out of my size. It was a black, just a chunky boot, not too crazy, subtle, but like with like small details when it comes to like silver buckles and stuff like that. Something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
So we're gonna be doing some shopping.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, especially with the tariffs. We
Yeah.
gonna talk about it. We
Yeah.
gonna talk about it. So now we know, or we got the news last week that Essence is filing for bankruptcy, which isn't really
Bankruptcy protection.
bankruptcy, like specifically,
Yeah.
right? It's more like bankruptcy protection. But before we talk about Essence specifically, because that's a store that we share in common. Like we both really love Essence.
Right.
Like it's not just Essence though, right? I don't know if you knew about Matches Fashion. Matches Fashion was like one of my favorite
I think I
luxury
remember that.
retailers. Yes, to shop at. They closed their doors like last year. Louis V Aroma, which is another site that I like to shop on, is like a luxury retail site. They filed for bankruptcy recently.
Yeah.
Saks is on its way out. You know, they vendors been complaining about Saks not paying them their money. So Saks been on thin
Saks
ice
Fifth?
yes.
Oh wow. They not,
months.
yeah.
They are not paying the designers their coins for the inventory that they're ordering. Then you also have Farfetch that was almost on the brink of being out of here, and I can't remember like who ended up saving them, but they got saved.
Yeah, they're
So
good.
the luxury girls are like back against the wall, up on the ropes, fighting for their life.
Y'all ain't the only one. It's the same thing. Well, you know, all of these different outlets are having issues, financial issues, and like you said, the tariffs aren't helping. So, you know, with Essence, especially, we're talking about bankruptcy protection. So their primary lender initiated sale without the company's consent. So the bankruptcy is not. It's pretty much kind of trying to safeguard the company, but also we also find out they're not paying smaller vendors as well, similar to Saks not paying their vendors. So it's just one of those things. And the tariffs just kicked in at the end of August. For instance, after August 28th, you have like $100 duties or depending on how much you buy, it's going to be included in your checkout if you go to Essence, for sure. Like I remember after the day after it happened, I had something in my cart and I went back and I looked at the price. I was like, what the hell? Why is it 150 more? I was like, this doesn't make sense. And so the tariffs kicked in. Another website I shop at inclothing.com. They took all of no U.S. customer has access to the sale anymore because of the tariff. So no sale items. You can't buy anything sale items, and anything over $800 is an issue. Like you can't process certain orders over $800. So it's crazy.
Which is crazy because most of the other countries in the world were like, welcome. Like we've been doing that. I'm like, okay, girl, but give us a minute to like wrap our mind around the fact that we have to pay duties and stuff like that. I typically, if I'm paying something that's like more than $800, I am buying it from a store. Like I'm never spending over $800 online just to possibly have to send it back. So like I've never even seen, unless it's like furniture or something like that, which I'm also typically buying from like a US company or something like that.
Right.
I've literally never seen a duty or tariff like at all on my purchase. And like you, I had a pair of boots in my Essence cart and I was like, let me just go and see what it's going to be like. Because when I went back and looked at my cart, it didn't automatically add it. So I took it out the cart, I put it back in. The boots were $600. And then the additional tariffs was like $65. So that's like what? A little over 10% of the cost.
That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't terrible. So I'm like, what is, because I saw like in the news they was going to be up to like a 35%. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, because I have to do percent like this. 10% is this amount, then another 10%, then another 10%. That's how I do percentage. Don't judge me, y'all. So like in my mind, I'm thinking it was going to be way more than that. But I was like, I'll eat the 60.
See, if it's 60, that's fine. Like for instance, but I had, like for instance, I'm in Essence, my cart now. So I have a Dear Error sweater that I was looking at, and it's $254. The regular price is $1,000, so I still might just go ahead and get this one anyway. But the duties are $81, which isn't terrible. But when I had the Jock Moose thing that I was looking for that I ended up purchasing somewhere else, I think that it was. Let me see. I'm gonna try it right now. I'm gonna try it right now to show y'all what the duties is. The duties is like $120 for this, and It's $356, so the duties are $120.
I wonder why it's so much, because Essence is not like a Farfetch where, like with Farfetch, I can see the duties being different because
I haven't had an issue with Farfetch.
they're just like a marketplace, right?
Yeah.
So like they just house the stuff, but it comes from whatever boutique or whatever. It's from.
Yeah.
With Essence, I thought all of that stuff was like in-house. Why would the duties be
No.
all
See,
over
with
the place?
Farfetch, when you go to the total, it says import duties included.
Oh, so they're still doing that.
But it's
Where
included.
it's like it's in the price.
Yeah, but Essence is not doing that.
Well, I will say I do appreciate that at the very least, Essence is showing you up front, because what has been happening to people, and
Well,
here's
they're
the
not
thing.
showing you up front. You don't see it until the checkout.
Well, before you check out, so then you could back the hell out of that cart.
Right, but with Farfetch, it's in the price before you even add it to your cart. That's what I appreciate. Well, in a sense, you got to go and see what the percentage is when you get to the cart.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I would prefer it to be like Essence, so I could be like, okay, it's $400. It's $400, right? And then I know I'm gonna pay high ass Chicago taxes, right?
Exactly.
But you know, I still prefer the way that Essence is doing it versus a lot of other places where people are ordering stuff and then they're getting calls from DHL or whatever saying,
no, see, that's ridiculous.
we have your package and you owe us $200 to get your.
See, that's crazy.
You could send it right back to where it came from. How about that? You could send it right back to where it came, because I'm not giving you $200.
No.
So it's just it's interesting, and it's interesting to see people, because what is it called? De minimis?
Yeah,
what is it actually called? Something de minimis.
Minimalist or minimalist.
But it's so interesting to see how people.
Oh, you're talking about the tariff, the minimalist. I thought you mean it's a website. It's a clothing.
No.
Oh yeah,
So
minimalist.
the actual name of the exemption that we used to have in America, where you could order something, you know, from most places international, because some countries still would charge you duties. It just depends on where you were ordering from, right?
Right.
But like in this conversation, especially online, it is so surprising for me to see people just be consuming and not have like a really, like, I'm like, that's been a thing.
Right.
Like if you were to order something from Essence even before this kicked in, and it was over $800, you would have gotten charged the duty. It was so many people that didn't know what that was. And it's also like in the conversation, it's so many people that doesn't understand what a bankruptcy protection is versus like full bankruptcy. And I'm not going to act like I was 100% I had to go read. I was like, bankruptcy?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the times we living in these days. You know, our president isn't, his strategy is clearly a flawed one. And it's just something that we have to put up with at this time. So you have to budget accordingly, people, because these tariffs are real. These duties are real. And we would love to hear your feedback about it when you email us or let us know what you're feeling. Because I know I definitely had to curve some things around and go to different websites to find different things.
Let me tell you, I was looking for a pair of boots this week. I spent hours trying to find the boot. I'm like, normally I could just go to Essence. It was right on Essence for $600. But I was like, I'm not giving y'all $60. My budget is $600.
Yeah.
It was already at the top of my budget.
So now if it was $600 total and your tariff was only $60?
It was only $60.
So why are they doing this for a $300 thing?
That's what I'm saying. Why is it not consistent? Like what's happening?
Yeah, what determines the tariff amount?
Exactly. Especially, like I said, when I thought all of this stuff was coming from one place, it'd be different if they were like shipping from the different boutiques and stuff, like a Farfetch.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't ordered off a Satire. I haven't tried, which is another one of my favorite sites.
Yeah.
I haven't tried them to see if like
Mr. Porter and Mr. Porter is still the same. I haven't seen any change from Mr. Porter.
Mr. Porter either. I was on there the other day.
Yeah.
I like to go look at men's clothes and like imagine what my future husband will be wearing. Is that weird?
Shout out Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter comes in through in the clutch, especially if you need it next day. They'll ship it next day.
Absolutely. And if you live in New York, they'll deliver it to your house.
Yeah, that's love.
That's dangerous. Because I be in New York like I need a new dress. Let me just order this right now. Bank account be terrible. Okay, so
they come to your house, man. That's love right there. Jesus.
Isn't it? Okay, so we know that we need to, I mean, just in general, because we're talking about clothes and we know that is, you know, clothes is clothes or whatever. But that's what we're interested in. You got people losing their health care and they snap and like all that type of stuff. We understand, right? Before somebody get in the comments and be like, that's what y'all talking about.
Yeah, because that's what this show is about. If you want to hear everything else, you can go to CNN.
But this is what this show is. Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, Marques, you took the words.
Keep scrolling if you find a problem.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Scram.
Beat it. Scram. Yeah. But I want to talk a little aspirational before we wrap up, right? We've talked about this before, but I'm gonna put you on a fly. I didn't even put this in the outline, right? If you could shop at 3 places and three places only, what would be your 3 places? Like, I mean, you could like everything.
What? Okay, so just websites or brands?
Brands.
Oh, 3 brands.
3
brands. Oh, damn, that is tough. Yeah, you are putting me on the spot. So what I'm gonna have you do is go first.
Go first. But
and I'm gonna let you
thought about mine. 2 I know off the top of. Well, actually, I have all 3 of mine.
Okay, I'm sure. Because you were prepared. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Margilla is one of them. And that is sort of my like laid back chill brand. Now today. I don't my whole wardrobe ain't Margilla, but like when I want to be like a little quirky, chill, laid back, I typically will go look at Margilla. Acne Studios is my second favorite brand. That is another brand that you will see me shop a lot. And that's for my like everyday, like pull together. I wear a lot of acne to like work and stuff like that. Not a lot of acne. Let me not act like I got a lot of acne. But you know what I mean. Yeah. And then my like top tier brand is going to be Saint Laurent. I want to be a Saint Laurent. I want to be a Saint Laurent. I be telling my girlies on TikTok, I'm like, because they do this thing where like a creator will get to a certain point and they start making a certain amount of money, and there are signs, right? It starts showing in their. Let me tell you something. I ain't never been relatable. So I'm telling you now, when the money meet the standards, my draw's gonna be Saint Laurent. I don't want to hear nothing about me being. Nothing about me being like, she I can't get with her. She spent too much money. You already know. Saint Laurent is my like aspirational brand. If I could be a Saint Laurent, I will be a Saint Laurent.
So from these 3 particular brands, what stands out? What stands out about them to you?
To each of my brands?
Yeah. You haven't heard mine yet.
Like I said, I like to talk. Keep it in my room, and I'll keep it going.
So what makes them stand out?
For Margilla, like I said, it taps into my playful side. I love a tabby before the tabby, because all of a sudden the tabbies are extremely popular, which is fine. Sure. I'm not one of those people like, I can't keep a shoe, right? But like I've always been a tabby girl. I like an ugly sneaker.
Yeah.
I like something funny, holes, whatever.
The regular sneaker, the regular replica, I love.
The replicas I love. Yeah.
I got the white, creamish gray ones, and I think I'm about the black and brown ones. We talked about the brown
ones. You got to get the browns. I got the brown ones.
I had them on sale. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about it, but those are easy, especially for work and stuff. Those are easy.
Exactly.
Date nights, those are easy, like because you can dress up, you can dress them up and down. So.
Yep. So that speaks to my like fun, quirky, unique styles. They play with a lot of different like silhouettes and stuff like that, which I love.
Yeah.
Like I said, for acne, they also are really playful too.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like one and the same, but also I'm still able to get really classic pieces. So like I said, one of my I have like a leather, like it's not a complete leather jacket, but it's like a shacket that goes pretty much with everything.
Yeah.
A shacket. So it's like a shirt jacket.
Yeah.
Right? But it's leather.
That's my Jack Moose one that I picked up, the blue one, because I had the denim one. Yeah.
It's a men's jacket. I pretty much can wear that thing every day, and I do, right? So like when I think about acne, I'm like, if I could wear acne it's like my everyday wear, I would, because they also have some little playful things.
Yeah.
And like I said, with Saint Laurent, it's my aspirational brand. Like they do everything except this perfume they just sent me. PU, it stinks. But other than that, Other than that, they do everything exceptionally well. If I need a gown, I can get it at Saint Laurent. If I
Yeah.
need a heel, I can get it at Saint Laurent. If I need a nice flat, I can get it at Saint Laurent. A bag, sunglasses.
Mhm.
I am Saint Laurent sunglass obsessed. So that's why those are my three.
Obsessed.
Obsessed. But I have a bunch of other
Uh,
brands too.
that
But those are my three.
when you say obsessed like that, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But fuck it, we can do what we want. Uh, that takes me back to, you remember that Beyonce movie, Obsessed? That came
Yeah.
out a while ago. I never forget. It was out down here. It was like the opening weekend. This is when the Atlantic Station was popping back in the day. And I never forget. Everybody was crowded, and the man came over the intercom. He said, if you're here for Obsessed, Obsessed is sold out. Is no longer no tickets for Obsessed. He said it just like that. I remember crying, laughing. He was so funny because he was sweating. He was mad as hell. Everybody keep asking about it.
Well,
It was so
I'm a little
funny. So
country,
he said- so it
so
may remind me of him.
I'm a little country.
Yeah.
So
Obsessed.
obsessed.
Yeah. So
Too
those are your
soon.
brands. Since I had a little time to think about it, three brands is tough. But I'm gonna stay with my my black brands for the most part. So it's definitely Wells Bonner.
Okay.
I love Grace and what she does over there, but for men and women especially. But I also like the collabs they have with Adidas. Like they're killing it. Wells Bonner's is killing it. So I love Wells Bonner. My other ones, it's so up in the air. I always change. I remember mentioning Woo Young Me, which is a South Korean brand that I love. They have great pieces, and I'm still finding pieces from them. So that's up there. Jerry, I gotta go with Fear of God, the main line for because it's always cozy. It's a new American, and it's also
Mhm.
black owned. So I kind of go with those top. Those are my three right now. Woo Young Me, Fear of God, and Wells Bonner. But I also have other ones. Like I said, some Jock Moose pieces I love. Some I mentioned ALD, Amy Leon Dora. I mentioned that as well, which is like a new version of Ralph Lauren. And I like what they're doing on Mulberry Street. Shout out to Queens. So yeah, those are my main ones right now. I still love John Elliott. John Elliott is a simple, a minimalist LA designer, and he has everything I buy from him is super quality. Jeans to the t-shirts to the jacket. So John Elliott.
Is everything produced in the country too?
For John Elliott,
Mhm.
for the most part, except for when it's like a higher end, like he'll do some shoes made in Italy. He'll do some Japanese denim
That makes
sometimes. So yeah, I rock with him
Okay.
a lot. So yeah, those will be mine. And it just all of those have speak to my style in some form of fashion. It can be understated. It can have some loud pieces that, and it can have just the consistent theme with all of those designers is the detail and the quality. And that's what I look for the most, especially comfort, obviously. Martine Rose. I love Martine Rose as well. Styled for comfort, Martine Rose. This is not an ad, but but I love Martine and what she's doing over there too. So though all of them has to be comfortable, and the details is what I fall in love with most when it comes. So subtle details that most people might not even know about, but I know, and those who know. So that's what I like.
Yeah, some of that inconspicuous.
Yeah. You can
Those
see the line, and you can see how it's stitched and stuff like that. The
Yeah.
texture, what textile, what fabric. You can tell something is 100% cotton. This is polyester. You can tell the difference. Okay.
I would love to be like that. I've tried to be like that in every aspect of my life, just mysterious. I'm not. I like a shoe with a split toe.
Mm.
I like I like a dirty golden goose. I like somewhere people gonna be like, girl, what is that?
Yeah.
Like my niece. My niece hates my shoes. Like she's like, you have the ugliest shoes on the planet. I'm like, but you talking about them.
Yeah.
That's
But
all.
it speaks to that speaks to your style though. Because it's not like it's just you doing it because it flows with what you want your aesthetic to be, and it changes. you have for every occasion. So I mean, that's the main goal for me.
Which is funny. This was a cool way to wrap it up because you want to know what's trending on TikTok right now.
Well,
women talking about how men dress. Like, it was a girl that made a video.
I need to tune into this. Yeah.
It was a girl that made a video. It was like, first of all, they were talking about like fashion dudes. Like, oh, I hate fashion dudes that wear, chains and like that type of stuff, which I get. Like, I like to see somebody with some eccentric style. It may not necessarily be what I'm attracted to, but I love to see somebody, you want to wear a kilt, whatever the case may be. So then a girl came on and was like, I like my man to be dope boy fresh. So we were like, what the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Fresh in your polo and Guess.
Dope boy fresh.
Yeah,
and so like, there's this like the discourse around men's fashion. I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I know how I like to see a man dress.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not a man. Like, I don't have anything. I was like, this is the one time where I'm on shut up. Like, this really don't. But I would love to hear the men like talk about their style in a way where it's not like defensive. Everybody's like defensive.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean, dope boyfriend? I'm like, y'all gonna know what she mean. She like a man in J's.
I mean, so I understand what she's saying. She likes Air Force Ones, jeans,
exactly,
a crisp tee.
Exactly.
Know what I'm saying? A cool little jacket or something. That's considered.
You want a boy in a gallery department tee, some jeans, and some J's, or some ones, or something like that. Y'all know what she mean by that. Yeah. Don't do that.
But I don't have it. Obviously, I mix all of that into my style. So
exactly,
it's not a problem for me. So I wouldn't get upset. But also, I understand like I feel like if you have style, sometimes you have to take a risk. And for the most part, like I have an understated style, but I will take risk. Mm-hmm. It's different it's levels to risk now. Don't get me, a risk can be, like I said, I have orange gallery department pants.
Yes.
That is
Remember you were going on vacation and I think it was like a Casablanca top or something like that that we were talking about. And it was like, I was like, okay.
I think it was Isabel Marant, I think I got. Oh no, you're talking about the Casablanca with all the stuff on it.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
so
I was
that's
like,
a risk. Yeah. So because it's not something
vacation, Marques?
Yeah, that's not something I would normally
vacation,
wear.
Marques?
Yeah, that's not something I would normally wear. But so I'm not mad when people take risk. Like even like in the summertime, I hate carrying stuff in my pockets. I never like carrying things in my pockets. So I have a crossbody. I have a ambush crossbody that I wear sometimes. And some men be like, oh, you carrying a purse or a merce or whatever. I don't care. I love it. I keep everything in it. I keep my joints in it. I keep my credit cards. I keep my phone. I keep my hand sanitizer. It helps me through this. Because the summertime, you got shorts that already, like I hate stuff in my pocket. So it's just annoying. So I'm going to wear a crossbody.
It doesn't personally bother me. Like the girls are really vehemently against it. Now, I don't want no man standing next to me with a shoulder bag like me, but like, something slung across you, baby, like a something on your back or something.
Yeah, and I wear it like it's on my back. So all you see is the strap on the front and then it's on the back. So, but I mean, again, you can't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. And that goes back to when we were talking about the episode about dating. You have to still be yourself, and if this person doesn't accept you, go to the next person. So I don't dress for others. I dress for me. So you know what I'm saying. That's true. That just comes with it.
That's true. That's another part of the conversation where men were like, we don't dress for women. We don't care. I'm like, you shouldn't, because women don't dress for men. And when I say I don't dress for the male gaze, otherwise, why would I wear shoes with splits in the toe? Men hate it.
Yeah.
They hate them. Yeah. Like every man that I've ever dated be like, I hate those shoes.
Yeah.
The last dude I was dating hated kitten heels. I love a kitten heel. I'm finna cha-cha slide.
Kitten heels back in, right? They back.
I'm about to cha-cha slide them. I've been wearing them. I'm about to cha-cha chi-chi up in these kitten heels. I don't care if you don't like it or not.
Did he tell you he didn't like kitten heels?
Oh, he hated them. So let me tell you, I would go visit.
And you would do it on purpose?
And he live in New York, but he a New York dude. I hated some of the stuff you did.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be, if he had on a Gucci shirt, everything gotta be Gucci. I don't want to be fabulous.
Yeah.
So if I could stand next to Fabulous, you could stand next to me and my chi cha cha kid.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate a overly printed person. That is the worst.
So
is that the correct way to say it? Overly printed? I hate when a motherfucker look like luggage.
Exactly. You look like FABOLOUS.
Yeah.
You can.
I hate it. And then I hate, And this is it's this dude on TikTok and Instagram. I think it's Jared something. He's from Stone Mountain. He's from Atlanta. But he was pointing out how Louis Vuitton would, like, if you go to some of their websites, there certain things are targeted to black people, and it's mostly stuff with print all over it. And he's right. Like, he pulled up so many different examples. I hate that because you can do it. You can understate it. You can have some pieces with like that. But if you're having it from top to bottom, I hate to see it. It's annoying. It looks ridiculous.
And that tends to be all of the entry level pieces to the brand too, right? So like if you love a brand and you want to get into them, but you maybe can't afford the real price point, I find that all of the entry level pieces, the t-shirts, the whatever the case may be, they got big, fat. I'm like, I'm not wearing it.
Or they have like a set. Like a set with LVs all over. Like, come on, man. Because a lot of stuff reminds me of like swap meet clothing when it's like so much going on. Like I'm like,
look like you went down. Ours in East St. Louis was called Hood's Lot. Hood's Lot was the lot that you went to, and they had it's like Canal Street in New York. Ours was called Hood's Lot. You look like you came straight up off of Hood's Lot. But let me tell you, I probably shouldn't say that.
Supreme did something like that recently with. Well, I think they did the All Dogs Go to Heaven piece in their new collection. I was like, this looks terrible. Like, this looks terrible. And I like some Supreme stuff, but this looks terrible.
Dogs?
It was All Dogs Going to Heaven, the Disney movie, and they had pieces with it. I was like, who gave this the green light? This looks ridiculous. And it looks like swap meat. Like, you go.
Maybe he was trying to like touch back to the iceberg roots. Because one thing about
Iceberg did it the correct way. They didn't have. This looks trash. You know, I did Iceberg when I was younger, for sure.
Love to see a man with a Bugs Bunny on his sweater.
Yeah.
That was my type of man.
Yeah. Some of these people just get over just because they have names. Like some things I question, like Kith does it sometimes too. Like, I don't want, why are y'all having a Marvel, like, for what reason do I want to have a Wolverine shirt from Kith? Like, why? When you can get the same thing, well, you can get that for $60 less. Like, it doesn't make sense for anybody to do that. So, yeah, I don't understand.
I'm Holland. I love talking about clothes. I specifically like talking about clothes with men because I don't know. I just like to hear y'all thoughts about how y'all, because I feel like y'all clothes cost so much.
Yes.
I feel like y'all can't get away with as much as we do.
Oh, women get away with it. I'm not a fan of fast fashion at all. I'm not in one of my bios I have death to fast fashion because one, I'm an environmentalist, so it's terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
And two, it's just poor quality. But what I say this to say women can get away with it more than men, because a lot of times men's things, they look so cheap sometimes.
Yeah.
But now don't get me wrong, some Shein stuff on women looks horrible. It looks cheap too. But women have more options to get away with value and fast fashion than men do. I also just
feel like men aren't as judgmental about women's clothing.
I am. I'm judging.
I was about to say, even though
I'm judging. I'm judging.
I don't. It must be a TSU man thing. Because I was gonna say, and then we can wrap it up. What scarred me for life is my college boyfriend and his friends was sitting around talking one day in the living room, and I was in the bedroom minding my business. But one of them was telling a story about going on a date with a girl, and he was like, "Man, I had to stop talking to her." And they was like, "Why you stop talking to her?" He was like, "Because she wore the same boots to 2 days in a row." And I bust out the room. I said, "What you mean?" He was like, "I don't like that. Yeah. Like, why would you not switch it up?"
Well, two boots is in the same. That's not that bad. 2 boots. I mean, 2 boots. The same boots.
Like, but I thought about it and I was like, I also would be annoyed too. Like, if we went on a date and you wore the same thing, like, even if it's just the boot 2 days in a row, I'd be like, "Oh, you're not gonna like surprise me."
It depends. So is it the wintertime? Did the outfit go with the boots again? Is it different? Like, I don't know.
No, it was just because she wore the same boots twice in a row.
That's crazy.
And also he was like, which I didn't know men pay attention to, but like they were all in agreement. And I was like, what the hell? He was like, her eyebrows wasn't, like, I was looking at her face and her eyebrows weren't done. So like when women don't get their brows done, like after we get them waxed a lot or like threaded, like the little hairs.
But how long ago was this? You said this was in college.
You were at State.
Okay, so I know this is, I can't like.
We were at State, but that has stuck with me. I'm like, oh my God, I did not know men paid attention to stuff like that. Now, and granted, we were in our 20s and like young and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, that's something that's
what I paid attention to in my 20s and what I pay attention to now is completely different. So I wouldn't. I would, but like now I'm like, if I'm seeing like the fabric, like you just know when something looks cheap. I hate this. Is one of my hate. I should have put this. I hate when I'm watching Pop the Balloon. And I see these women in these flower cheap dresses that they be putting on with the big flowers
like
on
a
them.
bodycon?
No, not bodycon. They're just the sheer with the flower decoration.
Oh,
I
know
hate
what you're talking
those.
about.
Those are the
I know what you're
worst
talking
looking things. I hate them.
Like mesh. They're like
Yeah,
mesh.
Yeah, Pop the Balloon got some of the worst dressed people I've ever seen in my life. Men and women. They are terrible. The men probably the worst, but the women are bad too. Yeah. It's bad. It is bad. It is bad. They're terrible out there for sure.
Okay, I don't know how our fall fashion conversation got to talking about how the men dress on Pop the Balloon.
It's crazy.
But yes, that man with that spray painted hair and all them chains and them little.
Yeah, that's so funny. Speaking of Pop the Balloon, I know we should have talked about this on the last episode. But it was this one particular time, and we can wrap this up after this. It was one particular time. I keep forgetting to mention this, but I'm going to mention it this time. This lady on Pop the Balloon said she was oh my God, what did she say? She was a journalist. And this man said to her, well, I'm glad that you're a journalist because I'm working on a book. And I want someone to help me with my book and get it out there. She was like, "Well, I'm not a publisher. I'm a broadcast." Oh, she said she a broadcast journalist. And this motherfucker said, "I want you to help me with the book I'm writing. I'm writing a biography about my life, and I need you to help me to publish it." Sir, do you know what a broadcast journalist is? She doesn't work in publishing.
No, which could go to a whole nother conversation. That could be for another episode about. People get mad at women because they be like, I want a man to have the same education level, whatever the case may be. That's a perfect example.
It's terrible.
But that's another conversation.
Yeah, we have to say that for another day. Yeah, we got.
That's another conversation for that. We're gonna have to get into it. We're gonna have to get into that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take us out.
So that's gonna wrap up. That's gonna wrap up our fall fashion episode. I love a good conversation that starts somewhere and go all the way down. But we're gonna bring it back. Now, if you have any comments, questions, feedback on today's topics, or you have any suggestions for future episodes, let us know in the comments wherever you are listening to the show. And if you're watching it on YouTube, leave the comments there as well. Also, make sure you rate the show if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, because that helps with the algorithm. That helps with the algorithm pushing it out to other people. Also, you can leave us an email.
Yes.
Right? You can leave comments, suggestions, thoughts, whatever. If you have something that you want us to hear specifically about, if you want our advice on something, I'm really good at giving advice. So if you want some advice on something, whatever, you can send us an email at writethisdownpod@gmail.com. And also, you want to make sure that you keep up with us on socials. We are going to be doing content outside of just the podcast, sharing some of our favorite foods and fashions and finds and sales and all that type of stuff across our socials. We're at _writethisdownpod_ on Instagram, and then writethisdownpod on TikTok. Marques, you want to take us out of here?
Everything she said, double down on that. And also just, like I said, flood the inbox. I'm interested in hearing what you all have to say. And we will be reading some of these emails on the show to give you some feedback, some positive, maybe some negative as well. Let us know, and we will see you next time on Write This Down.
Peace.